Hello everybody and welcome to part 2 of episode 4 of A Carton SP. Like I said on Friday, I accidentally recorded far too much footage and wasn't able to fit it all in one video. So I'm uploading it into 2 parts, and because of this I won't manage to have an episode out this Friday, but after this week we should return to our normal schedule of a video every Friday. I will try to keep these 2-parters down to a minimum from here on out. But I am excited for episode 5 and beyond. So let's get into this. Okay, took a quick detour home so I could re-up on my rockets, and now we're heading over to Sassy's house. Now, Sassy, from what I understand, has knocked down and rebuilt this house about 3 times now, so we'll see how far along she is. Should be right over here somewhere. Oh, and there it is. Hello, horse. Ooh. Looks like a mine? Ow. Not elytra accessible, as most mines are, but, aren't rather, but it is quite wide and does have stairs all the way down, which is a nice touch. Ooh. It's a little elytra accessible. Now, down here, she hasn't put stairs in yet, but, you know, she's still working on it, clearly. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Yep, we're just, we'll take the long way up. Now, the style of the house is completely different than we saw in the first inspection. Looks like some texturing needs to take place on the outside, but besides that, is looking really good. Now, I'm not gonna judge her too harshly, because like I said, she's rebuilt this a couple times. Oh. The map. And you can see how many times she's had to replace this map around here. I done the same thing up here, you just can't see them all. There's 3 here. Let's see, storage. Yeah, storage is pretty well, mixed bag, kind of 50-50 on whether or not it's organized, but there is a lot of it, which goes a long way. This big window overlooking the field. Coming over here to what she's farming, it looks like she's got an automatic kelp farm set up. And it does seem to be working. There it is. Oh, she can come through here too. Looks like her extraction method could use a little bit of work, but that's fine. And we got a bunch of sugarcane and some other farm plots down here. Got carrots, a lot of wheat, and in true Sassy form, a lot of potatoes. You know, they're not that useful, but we'll give Sassy a pass. It's kind of her thing. And she's also got sweet berries growing in a very safe manner, which I'm not a fan of sweet berries. They're kind of annoying because you have to like look up to eat them and they don't fill you that much. Ow. But I like how she's made this safe. We've also got some bamboo going on and some mangroves, which, yes, we found mangroves. More specifically, Sassy actually found mangroves. She found a watering trader that sells mangroves. Until then, nobody on the server could find mangroves because nobody on the server has found a swamp yet. So thank you for that, Sassy. And I almost want to start using mangroves for buildings around the sun base. Just because, it's a new wood, it's very exciting. And honestly, the mangroves are quite pretty trees. But that's enough about groves and mans. Let's see here. Oops, that is my to-do list. This is my rating list. Sassy, size. Right now it's not all that big. But she does have a lot of room for expansion here. She hasn't marked any of it out yet, but it looks like she's cleared all the way out there and all of this flat area here for building, which, I don't know. I'll ask her if she wants some help with this, because I know she said before that she's not a huge fan of terraforming. But honestly, if you just terraform around a build, it can really help the aesthetics a lot. And I think it could really improve the area. But the house, really the only thing on the house that I would do is do something with this wall. It just seems really flat, but like clearly she knows that because she's already textured all this. So yeah, it looks great so far. Size, I'm going to give her 4 out of 10 for now. Once she starts expanding a bit, that's obviously going to go up quickly. Style, I'm going to give her an 8 out of 10. It's a very lovely house. Mine is going to be another 8 out of 10. I do believe it's the first 8 out of 10 we've given. Oh, the highest score for a mine we've given. Nope, Brass. But the only thing is, yeah, fix that Y level issue and, finish expanding it, which you've done a lot of progress on, and that's a solid 10 out of 10 right there. Farms, I'll give her a 5 out of 10. She's got a couple things set up. Some of it's automated. She needs to feed her animals, but besides that, things are looking good so far. I've already forgotten what score I just said I was going to give her, so I'm giving her a 6. Storage, I'm going to give her another 6. It's not incredibly well organized, but there is, a good amount of it. Bringing Sassy's total to 32 out of 50. I also didn't realize that I totally forgot to total up Braz's. 30 out of 50. So those two are out of the way. It's on to one that I'm kind of excited to show y'all. And that is going to be the frog. You might be wondering, what's the frog and who's building it? Well, over the last week, up until Tuesday, actually, we had some new members join us. Specifically, our good friends Dougberg and Little Runky have joined the server. And over here in Spawn, I should probably watch where I'm going. They've started building this little guy. Look at him. Ain't that just the cutest shit? Ooh, cinematic flyover. Who needs a replay mod, right? Alright. Now, people would have seen this already if they had, the people who had watched my stream would have seen this already, because, this is where we met up before going to the end. So, let's see how much work they put in since then. Oh, we have a path down now. And stuff going in. Now, this is actually really big, standing in here. Feels really big, feels like there's going to be a lot of room, like, to build in it. I don't know exactly what they're building or how they're gonna kind of organize things because they've only had a few days to put this together, which is insane to me that Leah and Doug have been on the server the least amount of anybody, and they've managed to build the biggest thing we've seen so far. Coming on down, they've got a storage system that not very large yet, but it does seem mostly organized. And they've got a mine going. Wait. Oh, no. Alright. Yes, it's 1 block wide. Yes, you have to jump out. But at least they put 4 blocks before the ceiling instead of just like 3, so you're just hitting your head every time. Still gonna lose points on the mine, but, you know, could be worse. Now, it seems this is as far down as they've gotten so far, and we are currently at Y35. I'm guessing they were mostly looking for stone and coal. But Leah, I believe, did find diamonds. Ah, here we are. I was about to say, I'm pretty sure they've made it further down than 35, because I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure Leah has found diamonds on the server already. And judging by the depths here, that seems to be the case. Oh wow, it just keeps going. With that, our little tour of the frog is complete. Mind you, they've only been playing for a few days, so more is definitely to come. And their score is going to change a lot by the next inspection. But with that, let's ribbon a score. Size, I'm going to go with an 8 out of 10. It is extremely large. Style, 10 out of 10. It's a giant frog. What else could you ask for? Mine, I'm going to have to give them... I almost want to give them a 1.5 out of 10, but I'll just give them a 2. Farms, I'm going to have to give them a 0 because they don't have any yet, but I'm sure that'll change more or less the second I finish this inspection. And storage, I'm going to give them a 4 out of 10. Mostly lacking amount of storage. For a score of 24 out of 50. Alright. On to Fox and Javens. Here we are. Oh, she has a banner now. That's so amazing. Now, a lot has changed around here since the last inspection. Namely, they've added some market stalls and whatnot, and an entire stables for their animal, which there are a lot of. Jamin's also built this little, what he's calling the library, where they keep most of their librarians. I don't want to have to use a rocket here. I don't want to have to use a rocket here. Let me jump off, Jamin. Let me... Aw. I don't even have a block I can... Aw. Fine. Just use the stairs. Now, most of these are still villager houses, as you can see. So, let's check out their main house here. Check out their storage system while I'm right here. Pretty well organized. It'd be really easy to find stuff in here. Got a little bit of a dump chest there, but That's absolutely fine. Ooh, they have a lot of spawners. And diamonds. I gotta catch up with them. Now, as far as farms go, they do have quite a large infinite lava source here. Yep, you can reach all the way back there. Okay. Yep, all of them are accessible. They have sugarcane and bamboo growing, as well as this, which is I don't know, I guess a pseudo automatic farm. It makes harvesting very easy, but can't really do anything about replanting, at least with this design. And the big farm for them is this. Jamin has set up one of the best farms in the game at the current moment, which is a raid farm. Now, last time I was here with them, he was trying to explain it to me, but I didn't quite understand how it worked, but I guess you just sit here and you can vaguely see them through this little gap here, and you can swing your sword and hit them. Something to do with the boats and how they're positioned. I don't know. It's all magic to me. I think that switch turns on water that floods them down. All I know is last time I was here, I was stuck in this corner, getting hit by Jamin repeatedly, and then I died. And then he went down to collect my stuff, and he died. Oh, there's actually, I know of one more storage they have. I'm just not exactly sure where it is. Oh, it's over here. Right next to the library. They have this storage, which is, I nearly forgot about this. Very well organized. And quite expansive. So they're definitely going to score really well on storage, as well as farms. I'm not going to include the whole village, but I am going to kind of imagine if the things they did build were closer together, and it's still quite large, even if we don't count the entire village. So I'm going to go ahead and give them an 8 out of 10 for size. Style, kind of a mixed bag. It's still mostly a plain village, but they've got little builds here and there that look good separately, but no real, like, unifying style. Oh, I completely forgot to check out their mines. He promised me he was adding steps. Let's see if that's a thing. Oh, he did add steps. Partially. And it does look like it opens up into a cave with a waterfall down so you can get in and out. So mine, I'm going to give them a 5 out of 10. Farms, I'm going to give them an 8 out of 10 because, you know, that raid farm's kind of massive. And besides that, I think they're growing pretty well. Actually, I'll give them a 9 out of 10. I really don't know what a 10 out of 10 non-farming looks like, but definitely getting there. Storage, I'm going to give them a 9 out of 10 on that as well, just because of that basement room. Very well organized, and there's a lot of space. Bringing Fox and Jamin's total to 37 out of 50. Alright. Heading back through the nether portal. Next up is going to be Josh and Feline, which I'm excited for because I've seen the thing they're working on over there quite a few times now, and every time I see it, it's just amazing to me. Now this is Josh and Felines. I'm a little bit scared to go in there because, like, every time I do, I get a little bit lost. Which kind of helps the look and feel of the build quite a bit if you're wandering around and, like, you get turned around and, like, oh, have I seen... Like, it really feels like a desert cities sort of feel to it. It's amazing. Now, this is their really big house here. I think this is where they are actually going to be. Aww! Living. Nothing really on the interior yet, unless you count, you know, wolf spiders, which... for anybody who's lived in a hot, arid climate before, you know exactly that feeling. Huh. Oh, no. I wonder if I can make it over the fence. Yep, there we go. Now, I'm not quite sure what they've got going on for storage. I think it would be a little bit unfair if I rated them without finding it, because they have to have storage. Look at all of this. It's not like they're going and mining an inventory worth of stuff and then coming back and building. I'm wondering if they've upgraded their storage. Is it still in that small house? Surely not, right? Well, let's see how their farm's doing. They are farming rabbits. For an unknown reason to me, but, I mean, sure, why not, right? They are cute, after all. Cheap with a couple different colors going on. Cows, pigs, chickens. The big three, you know. Got some wheat and carrot farms going. As well as potatoes. Well, let's check out over here, I guess. Because it is the only place I can think of to find storage. A lot of flowers. I'm guessing it was mostly Feline who went and gathered those for him. Not too bad on organization, and honestly, not a bad amount of storage. Like, way more than I was expecting. Why aren't you opening? Is it because this cat somehow counts as being on top of it? This one's fine. No idea why that one's not opening. Alright, so talking about size, I mean, what's a 10 if not an entire city? Style, again, 10 out of 10. Had a theme, nailed it beautifully. Love every minute of this. Mine's, I'm not gonna go through them on the, video here, but basically below our feet are a lot of interweaving abandoned mine shafts. Mainly the reason I'm not going to go through them on camera is I'm not entirely sure where the entrance is anymore. I think it was actually around here somewhere. Actually, now I've gotten myself curious. Oh, I think we found it. Oh, that was scary. Legitimately held my breath. Okay. So, their minds have changed a little bit since the last time I was here. Yeah, I'm just gonna give them an 8 and get out of here, because I've almost died 3 times now. 4 times! Okay. Coming into the relative safety of one of the side houses. Let's see here. Mines, I'm gonna give them an 8 out of 10 so that it'll stop trying to kill me. Farms, I'm gonna give them a 4 out of 10. They are farming a lot of animals and some vegetables, but there's no automation yet. Storage, I'm actually gonna give them a higher number than I expected to give them, which is, let's see, Fox and Jamin were 9. I don't know, like 8 out of 10 there. So they scored really high again, with a total of 40 out of 50. Next up, I finally throw my hat into the ring for these ECRB inspections. Well, half a hat anyway, because I'm going to be rating Sunbase. Now, Sunbase has probably changed a little bit since you guys have last seen it in a video. Namely, I mean, look at this lighthouse. We've put so much progress into this thing, and it is coming out lovely so far. Still not finished. Ellie's in charge of the top. I'm in charge of the light, as well as inside I'm in charge of the stairs, which I have been extremely lazy about. Here I am doing this instead. Now, Sunbase itself, God, it's so pretty. I'm absolutely in love with this build. I am starting to clear out some of these. All of these are dump chests for now. These are organized here, as you can see. No. I'm not lying. Now, I'm not allowed to open these barrels yet. That is a special project for stream. Now, this little lab area I do want to take down eventually, but it's here for now. My bed, which I am going to upgrade because I am... Listen. Everybody on the server who has come by has called it a race car bed. It's not a race car bed. Is it? No, of course not. Go over to Ella's side where she has this bed, which is absolutely phenomenal, by the way. Everybody who's seen it so far is just actually gasped. It's amazing. Her horses. We've got our smeltery room, which I do want to tear this down and set up an auto smelter in here. One that would automatically sort things between, like, food, ores, what ores they are, etc., and just keep everything moving. But enchanting room with a lot of enchanting books so far. And that is all thanks to what's inside of the lighthouse. This thing, which is an AFK fishing spot that's actually working on 1.19. It's kind of amazes me that Minecraft Mojang rather, went out of their way to nerf AFK fish farms for some reason, but with the introduction of shulkers, they've actually kind of reintroduced them. And here are my stairs so far. Like I said, I'm still working on them, so they are still very thin. We've also over here got an automated chicken farm with a system flush. The problem I'm having with it right now is that if more than one of the chickens decides to lay an egg at once, there's a chance that it'll gum up the machine, and after that, every egg that passes through it, instead of ejecting, just sits in the dispenser. But I am going to redesign this later so that it shouldn't do that anymore, and it'll also produce quite a bit faster. Because as of right now, we just aren't getting enough chicken out of it. As far as other automated farms go, we do have this now that we have Elytra. Ella was so kind to throw this together, actually, this morning, which is an automated gunpowder farm. This was 99.99% Ella, honestly. If I were to touch any of these blocks, I promise you, this farm would not be working as well as it is. I did, however, work on this redstone a little bit. It wasn't working. I changed it just slightly and it happened to work now. I take no credit. That was just dumb luck. Dropping back down here, you can see that we are farming wheat, bamboo, and carrots as well. We do need to get a sugarcane farm set up, but I think I'm just gonna throw together some automation for that. And storage-wise, this isn't our only storage because this morning and yesterday I was working on this room. Now, these are going to be stacked 4 chests high, as well as this wall. And this is just going to be like a kind of mega storage room with just about as much tedious organization as you can imagine. Honestly, I think there's too many chests as is, and I might run into a situation where I might just need to start labeling things as backup chests eventually. But, yeah, for now, you know, you can see that it's a little organized. I'm not going to give us too many points because it's not finished yet, and it's also not organized, and also our main storage is, you know, 4 dump chests, 2 dump barrels, and a dump ender chest in the middle of the room. Oh, I have 1 shulker shell. I also really need to get shulker boxes going. We also, of course, have our own personal little storage out here in each of our rooms. So I have these 3 chests and a crap ton of barrels now that I'm not allowed to look in. And Elle's got chests and barrels galore, including all over her bed. Size-wise, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. This main room isn't that big, but we also have the giant light tower. Lighthouse, rather. Style. I'll give us an 8 out of 10. I love this main room. I love the lighthouse. I would give us the 10 out of 10 if there was something tying the two together and making it look, you know, like they belong together. We are planning on adding a lot of little outbuildings for different things. But until then, 8 out of 10. That seems fair. Listen, I'm just trying to be as unbiased as possible and give Ella a fair rating, while also not allowing the fact that I helped build everything here affect my judgment at all. And also, you know, at the same time, giving myself a rating. What the fuck? Oh. A little backflip. Interesting. Now, mine is something that I think we've gotten extremely right here in Sunbase, because it is 3 wide, stairs all the way down, little turn-off points at different areas for different materials. This one was just granite because we needed a lot of granite. You know, we've got, whoops. We've got a geode down here that we've been chipping away at over time for tinted glass. And, I mean, I don't even have to go all the way down. You guys saw how much we dug out down there for slime chunks. So, I hate to do this to us, but I think our mine is the first 10 out of 10. Also, if you're worried about, like, features, we also have, you know, lush caves, amethyst geodes, and an entire ancient city down there. So, I'd say our mine's pretty feature-rich. Farms, I'll give us a 7 out of 10. We have the AFK fish farm, we have the gunpowder farm, we have the chicken farm. We aren't farming cows, we aren't farming plants really, except for, you know, that small patch right there. So automation wise we have a bit, we could have a lot more. I'll kick us down to a 6 out of 10. But what we do have are really, really strong things to have, so I'm happy with that. Storage is where we're going to suffer. We do have a lot of it. It's just a lot of it's, you know, currently sitting in dump chests in the middle of our floor. So I'm going to give us a 4 out of 10 because organization matters. Bringing our total to 36 out of 50. So I'm going to pop back to my starter base real quick and throw together the scores. And I will come back with the results. I hold in my hand the results. Let's take a look together, shall we? Once again, I've left a lovely little message there for the other members to read before getting to the results, and this time I was smart and included everybody's coordinates. In case anybody wants to know where anybody else is, they don't have to go, you know, digging through coordinates on the Discord server or whatever. They can just check it out here. Totals this round. Nini 7, Dragon 6, Shadoo 6.5, Braz 6.5, Sassy 6.5, Frog 6. The Island Duo gets a 7, the Desert Duo get a 7.5, and me and Ola with Sunbase gets a 7. Now, once again, this isn't a proper competition. Nobody wins and loses here. It's all in good fun. And with that, we'll pop ECRB 1 off the wall and stick up ECRB 2. There we are. And ECRB 1 is probably just going to go into one of my many dump chests.